Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play SpongeBob SquarePants, Plankton's Robotic Revenge. And today, we are going to be taking the cheap route and playing as Mr. Krabs. I believe Mr. Krabs is the final playable character in the game, which brings us to a whopping 5 playable characters, which is pretty good, I have to say. Yeah, that's one way that it's better than a game that we shall not speak of. And look at this, when you're playing as Mr. Krabs, because there's actually something I failed to mention early on this LP, is that depending on what character you play as, you're going to have different colored gears and different colored health bars. Like, for instance, Mr. Krabs' gears and health bars are colored red, and remember Squidward's were colored like blue or green or something like that. And I think Sandy's was brown, because, yeah, that's the color brown is definitely the image that, you know, the creators have for Sandy for many reasons, I guess. And so we're gonna be wasting health because we actually just took damage there right after getting the chest open. So that's really nice. It's always a perfect time to lose health right after you gain health. Gotta love that stuff, right? Man, you guys probably know. You can probably tell how I feel about turrets ever since my Metroid Prime Let's Play, which is still going on. But, you know, it's kind of like, just kind of on a break for now, because I'm already busy enough as it is. Like, right now, my hands are totally full. You know, I already mentioned, like, all the stuff I'm going through, but, you know, on top of all that stuff I talked about in the last episode, you know, I've also got, you know, these 2 Let's Plays. You know, I got Plankton's Robotic Revenge and Super Mario Galaxy, which is not as important as this game, definitely not. Especially since this game is only going to be, like, maybe 10 episodes long at most. And, you know, Super Mario Galaxy is probably going to be like 30 or 40 episodes at least. And that's at the very least. But still, we can still assume that this game is better and more important than that game. But yes, apparently red, which is the same color as blood, is the image they want kids to have for Mr. Krabs. Yeah. Actually, no, I don't think kids would think of blood just because, you know, it's color red. And that was kind of awkward the way the camera zoomed out like that. Like, did you see that? Like, as I started pressing the buttons there, it kind of zoomed out a little bit for whatever reason, then zoomed back in since I pressed the 4th one. So that's kind of awkward, but okay. Okay, so, yeah, we're picking up batteries like usual. I've been doing a horrible job of showing off that invincibility thingy, but let me tell you, that's just the... What was that? That was kind of awkward, the way Mr. Krabs kind of bounced like that. Okay, that's really, really awkward how he does that. But okay, whatever. Let's just destroy these freaking turrets because we can, I guess. But it'd be nice if we could actually keep the freaking upgrades for the weapons, you know, with each character, not have to get all the upgrades with every single character. Yes, not even kidding. Thanks to those who told me, in the last episode, I was actually confused because I did not have the upgrades for the weapons that I knew that I got early on in the Let's Play. And as it turns out, and this is something I did not know about the game earlier because I did a lot of research on the game, clearly, before I did this Let's Play, and that's that, when you switch characters, the upgrades are reset, basically. Like, they sort of, like, you have to buy every upgrade for every weapon with every single character. That is not ridiculous at all. That's a real vast improvement over Battle for Gingy Bomb. You know, because potatoes, yeah. Because potatoes. Okay, so anyways, moving on. Yes, that was a reference to Mr. Enter, who is someone who I recently started watching. I love his videos. He's a really good reviewer, I suppose. Like, he reviews episodes and whatnot, TV shows that are mostly infamous, but some that are really good as well. And apparently, we did not see at all those flimsy floorboards there. Definitely did not, despite seeing them having those cracks there. You definitely cannot see them coming. Yeah, the creators of this game were not expecting you to see those cracks, you know, just because. Ah, crap! You see, I told you, you can't see the cracks at all. You can't see them at all. Apparently, breaking chests restores some health. Yeah, we did not know that. Okay, well, on the bright side, because this game is so awesome, they gave us a checkpoint. Yeah, checkpoints are good. I cannot complain about checkpoints at all. even though we had no clue where the checkpoint was. Unlike in games like Creature from the Krusty Krab. Remember how in Creature from the Krusty Krab you had checkpoints where not only could you, like they had double purpose, like you could, not only were they checkpoints whenever you pass them, but you can also hit them, you can save where you are. Yeah. Well, this game had a vast improvement. It doesn't tell you where the checkpoints are at all. So, on top of not being able to save when you get to a checkpoint, you can also, like, you know, not even tell where it freaking is. Yeah. Because the game is, like, really mysterious like that and whatnot. Yeah. Okay. So, there's obviously huge differences between the different characters that you play. Like, you know, see, the voice clips are different, the weapon, oh wait, no, the weapons are not any different, the attacks are not different at all, because the animations are exactly different. That's the only difference, is the animations are different, but the attacks themselves are exactly the same. What was I talking about again? I don't remember. But what I do know is that apparently we were supposed to destroy his robots, and no, because the game didn't specify that. Oh wait, no, the game did specify it, you know, through the music, I suppose, but yeah. Other than that, I would not have known that I had to go back and kill those robots. I would not have known that I was in a battle arena, because the game made it really obvious there, you see. Okay, but in all seriousness, let's move on. Okay, so I'm recording this on April 9th, and today was my second day of track camp. Tomorrow was the last day, so you could say I'm almost glad it's over, but, you know, I kind of feel mixed feelings about it, but just one thing, it's my final year in track camp and whatnot, so I really don't know how to feel about it. Oh look! Battle Arena! I did not see this coming at all, guys! I did not see it coming at all! Oh my god, it's so sweet! Such sweet stuff. Yeah, JonTron should definitely do this game. He definitely should. Because he clearly does SpongeBob games. It's clearly what he's meant for. You see? See what I did there, guys? See that? Yeah, I don't think he's ever done a SpongeBob game before, which really shows how much I pay attention to his channel. You know, it's funny, I am subscribed to him, but I don't watch all of his episodes, I watch some of them. And he reminds me of one of my friends. And it's funny, because, like, I have a friend who actually has a bird. He has, like, a whole lot of birds in his house, including parrots. And he looks pretty similar to JonTron, so I always thought that was kind of funny. You know, the striking similarities between my friend and him. And I will say that that friend of mine is YoshiFan2012, who is a fellow member of Unite We Play. Green switches need to be ground slammed to be activated. Alright. You know what I don't know yet? Whether we reached the end. I'm pretty sure we have not reached the end of the Dutchman's triangle yet, so something I thought I mentioned, but oh man. Okay, so there's pretty much three main areas of this game. There's a Dutchman's triangle. I know the third area is Jellyfish Fields. I can't remember where the second area is. Not at all. Because I'm terrible memories, guys. And I'm also terrible at dodging obstacles because the game gives you so much space to avoid getting hit by those obstacles. Let's try it again, shall we? You can upgrade your gizmos at the shop to make them more powerful. Yes, but what the game doesn't tell you is that you have to do it with different characters. With all the characters. So 5 times you have to do that. You have to buy all the upgrades to the weapons. In this game, it takes you only like 3 hours to beat. Wait, did I spoil how long this game takes to beat? Yeah. 3 hours is a pretty long time, guys. It's a pretty long running time for a video game. It really is. Like, seriously, that's a very, very long game. Like, no game has ever touched that length of time they have to take to beat it. I almost got pissed off there. I almost got mad there. I almost did. Defeat an enemy with a friend splits the reward. Yeah. I guess one could agree with that. Okay. So now, guess what, guys? We're going to purchase the upgrade for the whatever weapon we have right now for the 5th time. Actually, it's not the 5th time. Don't worry, it's not the 5th time, but still. Okay. Get that battery. Check this thing out. Alright, see what we got here. Wow, we earned a whopping 618 gears, which is just enough to get ourselves an upgrade for our weapon here, which I can't remember what it's called, but I don't care. So we're just gonna move on. Yeah, I'm gonna have a slug of Pepsi here real quick. I already mentioned before, like, that this whole having a slug of whatever drink it is. I think I mentioned before that term came from my coach, who was like literally in his 60s, I believe. He said he was born like 1953 or 54. So yeah, he's like he's essentially like, wait, is it? Yeah, he's like 60 or 61 now, and he is still a distance coach in high school. So I guess it's pretty cool. And yeah, I mentioned before, that's where I got the whole have a slug of a drink or something like that. That's where the term came from. But like, oh, okay, so yeah, that's just basically just one thing I want to remind you guys. That's where like the term came from. But I'm also, I remember that in the previous episode I mentioned that I got a new desk. That's why my voice sounds a bit echoey now. Well, the cool thing about this desk is that it has like a bunch of shelves on it, unlike my other desk, my older desk, which I still have in my room. And what I like about this desk is that I can actually, like, whenever I have like a drink with me or something like that, I can actually put on one of the shelves, you know, so it won't be in my space. So that's actually a really nice thing about, you know, like this desk. And it's also got like a nice shelf where I can put my, you know, actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a picture of it, and I'm gonna, you know, put on screen here for you guys. So that way only people who watch this LP can see it. Well, actually, I'm sure I'll show in like a later video as well, but still, yeah, you guys can see what it looks like now. And, but yeah, basically, I've got a shelf to have all the games I have at my dad's house there. You know, because I don't have all my video games in my dad's house. I have, like, most of them, but, you know, not all of them. Just the ones that I think that I have a feeling I'll be playing. You know, so just because you don't see a game on here doesn't mean I don't have it. It's just that, you know, it's the games I have here, but yeah, I always use those other shelves to put either my cap on or my whatever drink I have with me. So yeah, it's another nice, you know, up step over my last desk, but still, it's still got its disadvantages. For every positive thing you have, there's always a con. And for every pro you have, there's a con, as I should say. Yep. And by con I mean convention. You know, because people actually, you know, people tend to do that. They actually, you know, abbreviate conventions to cons. You know, so they act like conventions are bad things. They aren't. They're the whole opposite of bad thing. They're really fun. And I'm saying that despite the fact I've never been to one. Actually, there was a Nintendo convention I went to. It's where you could play the Wii U, like 2 months before it came out. And that was on my 17th birthday in September 2012. And yes, I went there with some friends. It was at Seattle. It was a lot of fun. I got to play Pikmin 3, you know, like over a year before. Actually, it was just about a year before it came out. And let's see, we also played New Super Mario Bros. U. That was 2 months before it came out, and so on. So we got to play a lot of cool Wii U games that were supposed to come out that year, but you know, some of them didn't. And you know, it's a pretty awesome experience. So I guess it's the one convention I've been to. I can't really think of any other conventions I've been to, but whatever. I guess it's the big one I can think of that's more recent. Alright, so let's get these batteries again, and, crap. Oh, looky here, an elevator, yeah! Haven't seen one of these babies in a while, yeah. Okay, wait a second. Okay, I just realized something. Guys, please correct me if I'm wrong, but am I playing through the exact same level that I just played in the last episode? Because if that's the case, I feel really stupid right now. I just did, if that's the case, then I literally just did an entire episode that was worthless. The only difference between this episode and the last episode is that I'm playing Mr. Krabs and not Squidward. So what the heck is this? Either this game's autosave function is terrible, more terrible than I thought. Wait, can I save? Maybe. Okay, please don't tell me that I am playing the exact same level I played in the last episode. Because if I am, like, how am I supposed to know, like, I am really confused right now. I am so lost. Like, I swear, this is either the same level I played before, or the level design is way, way, way better than I thought it was. Yeah. And I'm just being ridiculous. Like, maybe they purposely design levels like this to mystify you. You know, they want the player to be mystified. To, you know, not realize that they are further than they actually are, you know. I guess that's one of the cool things about it. But no, I swear, this must be a level that I played the last episode. It's funny how it took me this long to realize that, you know. It's so funny how long it took me to realize that. But the funny thing is, if this is, it should have saved after I went through this whirlpool. Like, do you guys remember it saving when I went through this whirlpool in the last episode? Because, if that's the case, I really apologize if I just did the exact same level I did in the last episode. Okay, let's see what I can purchase now. Let's just upgrade this again, why not? Okay. Okay, but please tell me. Okay, so I already read this text.
We gotta find that key. Cousin Sheldon is gonna be sorer than a wet toad at a square dance if he finds out we lost it.
SpongeBob, look! It's the key! It's stuck to that metal crate for brains.
If we move quickly, he'll never know what hit him.
Oh, I reckon I'll know what hit me. Don't you worry. I mean, you just told me what you're gonna do.
Come on, gang! Get him!
Is that how we start off a boss battle? Well, fine then. Okay, so, in case you're wondering, yes, this actually is going to be a bit different than the battle we just had with Plankton. This time, this guy's got lasers. He was going to fire his lasers at us by, cross-buying them like that. You know, just to make sure we don't get the pattern down that he's doing, so that we'll never, ever be able to avoid these shots. And I can probably shoot him right now. That'd be nice. Okay. Yes, Mr. Krabs is using the exact same weapon that SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, and Sandy have been using. In case you didn't realize that. Okay, now it's time for something different, because we have not seen anything different yet. He's gonna shoot bombs at us now. And then he's gonna shoot he's gonna fire a big laser at us. Okay. And he's gonna do exactly what he did to start off the battle. So this time, it's faster, so it's much more different. And it's also a good opportunity for him to shoot. And look, he's doing something different again! Look at this! Like, he's like making these, like, he's making, like, barriers out of it that we have to jump over. Oh, man. This is so different in the very beginning of the battle. I almost said bottle. Oh, man. Okay, now to avoid the bombs. You want them? Here, take them. Shoot them right at you. And then he follows the exact same pattern as before. Because that's what good boss battles do. Yeah, okay. Well, to be fair, there were worse games that did this, like Super Mario 64, let's see, Battle for Bikini Bottom, yeah, and a lot of other games I'm not thinking of, like DK64, Banjo-Kazooie, and so on. Actually, there weren't a lot of boss battles in Banjo-Kazooie, but you get the idea. There are actually a lot more boss battles in Banjo-Tooie than Banjo-Kazooie. In fact, there's only like 2 I can think of off the top of my head, as far as Banjo-Kazooie goes. Oh yes, well actually the boss battles in Super Mario Sunshine are really good. Okay, so whether or not I did the exact same levels in these episodes, then I really don't. I probably will still upload this because, I did with a different character, and that's just the kind of diversity that this game does, so, I'm being just as diverse in this LP as the game is, just be hinting at something, by playing the exact same level over again, but as a different character. But again, yeah, I really apologize about that, guys, because part of the whole point of being of doing a Let's Play would be to actually, like, make progress in an episode, but I was not expecting them to. But if it was the same exact levels before, then it probably didn't save. Then it must not have saved after I got that, because I don't know. I'm just really confused right now. I'm just as confused as I was in the previous episode, except it's a different kind of confused. So I really don't know what to say. But yeah, I apologize about that, guys. I hope you don't mind. But you know, I did actually do something different. Something similar, more like in episode Conquer's Bad Fur Day last year. Like I did an episode. I had an episode where I made absolutely no progress at all, where I was just trying to figure stuff out. But people didn't seem to mind that. So, but please let me know if you do mind something, because please, like one of the things my channel is based off of is feedback. So please let me know. Okay. With all that, we finally defeated him.
Not really.
By the way, in case you didn't notice, I was a relative of Plankton, because this video game is a direct reference to Plankton's army.
Great work, everyone! We did it! We have a key and another Enerjolt power cell. Sandy, maybe you can use this to help us find the others.
I sure can.
Okay, if my calculations are correct, and of course they always are, there is another key in rock bottom. All we have to do is... Wait a minute. Is this thing on?
Did you hear that?
Yes, sir. Plankton should really learn to control his temper.
Not that part. There's another key. We need to get there and beat him to it. Come on.
The humor, the one saving grace of this game. I mean, it's not the only saving grace. Everything else about this game is a saving grace. So, just thought I'd put that out. And with all that, everyone, I will see you guys next time for some more Plankton's Robotic Revenge, where we will not do the exact same level over again, because that was freaking ridiculous if that was the case. And we will be returning back to SpongeBob. So hooray! And not only that, but we're also going to a new area. So a new area, guys, equals different level design. But let's find out next time. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.